In this video, we will discuss about variables in statistical modeling. From statistical modeling point of view, there are two types of variables. They are called independent variable and dependent variable. If we go back to our example, which we discussed in previous video, we use two variables. First one is monthly budget for online advertising. We denoted it by X. This is the variable we substituted in the straight line equation to get total monthly revenue. This total monthly revenue, which we denoted by Y, makes our second variable. Here the variable monthly budget for online advertising, which we are inputting into the equation, is called independent variable. And total monthly revenue, which we are deriving from the equation, is called dependent variable. In statistical modeling, we will study how independent variable affect dependent variable. We know that simple linear regression is also a statistical model. So let's see some examples of dependent and independent variables in simple linear regression. If we are studying the effects of discount on sales, discount becomes independent variable and sales becomes dependent variable. If we are studying the effects of crude oil price on GDP growth of a country, crude oil price becomes independent variable and GDP growth becomes dependent variable. If we are studying the effects of per capita income on automobile sales, per capita income becomes independent variable and automobile sales become dependent variable. So, whenever you are building a statistical model, not only simple linear regression, but any statistical model, first thing you will do is identify dependent and independent variables from the given data set. Here are some important points you should remember about dependent and independent variables. An independent variable is a variable which is controlled in an experiment, whereas the dependent variable is a variable whose value is measured or predicted in the experiment based on independent variable. Independent variable represents input and dependent variable represents output. Independent variable is represented by X in the regression equation and plotted on X-axis in the graph, whereas dependent variable is represented by Y in the regression equation and plotted on Y-axis in the graph. Independent variable is also called predictor variable, explanatory variable, or input variable. On the other hand, dependent variable is also called response variable or output variable. So this brings us to the end of this session about variables in statistical modeling. See you in next video with another topic.